So let's write this separate function, func save image in Firebase, and this is going to take an image data, which is a type of data, and it's going to take a file name, which is a string, and it's going to have a completion block that we need this in order to tell when it finishes saving. And once we save, we are going to return image link, which is going to be a string optional, and this is not returning anything. Okay, so this file, this function will be called for every image because we convert this to a data, and every time in order to save it, we are dividing the tasks between two functions to make our code much cleaner and readable. So this file is only going to take care of saving files into Firebase and returning the image link, separate files. So we're going to create a task, which is a storage upload task. Okay, and this is going to be required. Then I'm going to say let storage ref, which is storage reference, is equals, and we access our storage that we created here on top. And once we access our storage, we are going to get the reference for URL, and the URL is going to be our K file reference that we put it in our constant. So this is our URL, and once we have access to this, we are going to add a child, which basically is another folder, and in our case it's going to be our file name. So basically we access the main storage where our application is allowed to save things, then we with this reference, and then we create a new folder with a file name. And once we have this, we are going to work with our task. So this is equals to storage ref dot put data, and we're going to upload a data and use one with a completion with our metadata and our completion. So it's, let's see which one is this. Yeah, so our upload data is going to be image data, metadata is going to be nil, and once we complete, we just hit enter on this completion, and we are going to receive two variables. One is storage metadata and the other one is error. So let's call this metadata and error. So once our upload is finished, what we want to do is to check if there are any errors. First, I'm going to call my task, and I'm going to remove all observers on it, so we don't want to keep track of if there are other things are uploaded simultaneously. We're going to say if error is not equals to nil, it means we do have an error. I'm going to say print error uploading image, and let's pass our error description here. So I'm going to say error, unwrap this localized description. So this way we're going to see what's the error, and then I need to call back my function here. So I'm going to say completion, and we're going to return nil because there is nothing to return. And also I'm going to return here, so I'm coming out from my function, so the rest of it is not being called. Otherwise, if we have no error, we're going to say storage_ref.download URL, and we're going to use the first one with completion, and we have two variables, URL and error. So we're going to check if we have a URL, of course. We're going to say guard let download URL is equals to URL, else we're going to say again completion nil, we have nothing to return, and just exit our code. If however we have it should be URL here. If however we have this URL retrieved from our Firestore, we want to say completion, and then I'm going to access my download URL dot absolute string. So this will grab the URL that we have just saved our file into and return to our function that has called this function. So let's see where we need to call this, and we're going to do it right here inside our for loop, right after our image data. So we are going to say save item image in Firebase, and the data is going to be our image data. We need to unwrap this because this is an optional. The file name is going to be our file name that we have received initially from, we have created actually here, and completion, just hit enter, and we're going to have a string, and this is going to be called image link, because this is what we return. We return image links. And once this for loop goes through and uploads something, we want to add our suffix to change this so the name of the next file will be different. So here I'm going to say name suffix plus equals 1. So we increment it with 1. And once we have this one of the images uploaded and we receive the image link, I'm going to check if we have the link. So if I say if image link is not equals to nil, it means we have successfully uploaded and received the image link. So if we have received it, we are going to say image links, image link array. So we are adding it to our image link array, append, and we're going to append our image link. And we can unwrap this because we just checked that this is not nil. And once we do this, we are going to say uploaded images count plus equals 1. Because we have uploaded one image, we need to increment our count. And also we want to check if uploaded image count is equal to our images dot count, then we are going to call back our completion. So we say completion image link array. So basically we are checking how many, we're keeping the track of how many objects we have uploaded, how many images, and then we are checking how many images we have initially. So if the number of images uploaded is equals to the number of initial images, it means we have uploaded everything, and we can return the full image array link to the function that was calling us using our callback. So this is all files, two functions that we need in order to upload images to our Firestore.